double check and make sure we good. I'll check on the iPad real quick. Make sure, oh, it's 3, 2, and 1. Hey, it's your boy Ty Jones, and I am so glad to be back with another episode here live with Elbow Grease Live. I cannot wait until we get into this topic today. And again, like my amazing host said, Leland, I'm super excited. I'm glad that we decided to do this together. And these last episodes have been strong. They have been passionate. They have been fulfilling, and each one of them has left me fired up to do the next one. So I'm super excited about where we're going. I'm super excited about what we're going to accomplish. It is going to be absolutely amazing. Absolutely. So do me a favor before we really dive into this thing. If you're on this channel, go ahead and hit that like button and make sure you subscribe, okay? Because I guarantee you, once the giveaways get going, you will not regret subscribing to this channel. It is going to be absolutely phenomenal and one of a kind.
delivery driver. You have to sell your boss and get the shit. That's just money to me. But what are you selling is the topic tonight. And also, another main topic we're having is, do you deserve a mental health? And this came to me, um, mental, mental health day is something I kind of laughed at before. If you need a day off, you need a day off. But sometimes you need a day off just for you and your own mind to settle things down. So we have hosts, and I have a host who's ready to call in right now. I'm gonna bring him on. You ready, Tom?
Give me 1 second, partner.
All right. Yeah. So this host I've known for most of my life since I was about 11 years old. So great guy. I'll let him introduce himself.
All right.
You good?
Yes, sir. We are.
Also, if you're on Facebook, make sure you share this.
We are great.
Here we go. Hey,
what's up, guys?
Hey, there he is.
What's up, bro?
My man, aloha.
Look at you.
Aloha, yo. Hey.
Nice. I like the pineapple on the shirt. What's
Oh,
up,
no,
bro?
man. Good vibes. Good vibes.
Good
Every
vibes.
day, all day, man.
Yeah. Good to see your face, man.
You too, brother. You too. It's
Oh,
good to see you, brother. I haven't seen you in a long time, man.
I know, man. It's been too long, man. Too long. We got
Yeah.
to catch up, bro. We have to catch up.
Yeah.
I know.
So state your name, where you're from, where you at now, and what do you do.
Hey, everyone. I'm Josh. Uh, I'm from Philly. I lived there till I was like 15. Like I said, we've been friends since he was like 10, 11, 12, something like that. I know Rome just as long.
Yeah.
We've all been family for a minute. uh, so, and then I grew up a little bit, joined the military. I was in the Navy for 4 years, got out. Then my wife got in. Now she got transferred to Hawaii, so we live in Hawaii right now. We just started our 3rd year here.
Amazing.
It's a nice time.
3 years already? You've been in Hawaii?
I'm not 3rd year, so it's 2 years.
Okay.
And then okay. We just started our 3rd year.
Okay. And tell people, if you can, what are your wife doing?
She is an intelligence specialist. So she deals with all kinds of smart people stuff.
Yeah.
So that's really all I can say. But we enjoy Hawaii.
Okay.
It's a great time. Yeah. This is Hawaii, man.
So tonight's topic is, what are you selling? And I'm not sure what you're doing in your career right now, but I know you have an extensive career in sales, right?
Yeah. So I was the sales manager for AT&T.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, I was in sales at ESPN Radio in California.
Wow.
Before that, I was selling myself and you shoveling snow.
Yeah.
Driveways in the snow.
The grind.
We didn't Josh Snow shoveling service.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been selling everything since forever. But right now, I'm actually in school for marketing. I'm doing my bachelor's at University of Hawaii, West Oahu. So I'm just living through that. Me my job though. We're taking school serious now that I'm 30. Because I ain't taking it seriously when I was 16. So now I'm 30. I know the importance of that rest day, that mental break day. I know the importance of how to spread myself out and ease myself in. And I've got a 3.88 GPA right now.
Okay.
Graduating 2 more semesters.
Okay.
So,
I didn't know you were smart.
I didn't know I was smart either.
I didn't let you get a 3.8.
It's marketing, man. It's what I've been doing my whole entire life.
That's what happened when you got that military money. You know what I mean? You can buy 3.8. You know what I
mean? Yeah. Let me tell the world. Me and Josh, on snowy days in the Philadelphia area, used to take our shovels. We lived just a few houses down, and we lived in this townhouse development. So the driveways weren't that long, but two. I mean, I don't even know if we were teenagers yet. Maybe 11, 12-year-old kids. Hitting the neighborhood, we made cash.
We made flyers. Flyers and stuff up on the mailbox.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the first time, it was probably my dad. So, hey, go out there, make some money, show. And so we tag team, we did it. And then, we developed a customer base. That snow season, people were looking for us. Like, hey, are those boys around? And we were able to double our prices and just do some things at a small level.
At one point, we ended up buying our own salt. So after we put the driveway, we had to put our day service. So we used the salt after we salted the driveway and kept that joint nice and fresh so it didn't get snowy no more. We got paid for all day. We charged double for it.
Yeah, it was like $20 a shovel, and I'll come back and sell you another $20. But yeah, man, early enterprise, early just getting up there and grinding, that's just so valuable. Man. So
it is. I mean, it's just a sales mentality of putting it all. You just gotta be able to unlock it.
So Josh, let me ask you a question. what is the top three qualities or the top three principles you learned from that early grind from our childhood, which we all went out and shoveled snow. We went to the rich neighborhoods and shoveled them out. You know what I mean? So what's the three top
Yeah.
principles that you learned from those days that you still apply right now?
I mean, the top most important thing, I'll start off the top at one, is how to market yourself. Because if you can't market yourself, you ain't gonna make no business for yourself, whether you're a salesperson, whether you just interviewing for a job at McDonald's. You can't market yourself, you ain't gonna go nowhere.
Right.
I mean, that's just, if you can't put on a good face and be like, yes, sir, yes, sir, whatever it is, and be like,
Right.
and know how to respect the consumer. That's because if there's no consumer, there's nothing to sell. You know what I mean?
Right.
So how to market yourself is kind of the most important thing. And I mean, y'all talked about it. Leland is a black guy, so we had to market ourselves as a white and black guy in an all white neighborhood.
Yeah.
He ain't lied about it before. It's what it was.
Right.
And so I saw some of the stuff that Leland saw, but like I didn't see all of it. So I know how we had to work together as a team, which is the second thing is teamwork. Because it was a teamwork job. We ain't do nothing by ourselves.
Yeah, man.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll say one of those qualities. Okay, yeah, go ahead, John.
The third thing is just make sure the job is done right. Because if you try to shortchange the job, it ain't gonna get done right, and then you have to come back and do it again. Fix what you did wrong, and then do it again. So just if you shortchange yourself in a job, then it's just not the right quality to have. Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shortchanging is a nasty habit to learn, because once you start shortchanging jobs, you think you're getting over, but what you're really doing is you're shortchanging yourself, and then you develop a habit that you end up cutting corners. And when you cut corners, I don't care whatever it is that you cut. Once you cut corners, but so much, you get deeper and deeper into it, you end up cutting yourself. You know what I mean? So there's no extensive amount you can cut corners without cutting the actual object it is. So man, that's a nasty, that's a very, very, very important trait and tip for anybody listening, even the young kids listening right now. Don't cut corners, man. Don't cut corners. It doesn't get you anywhere. It end up hurting you in the long run. And like my man Josh here, if you don't cut corners, man, you'll grow to be something so amazing like he is, man. And I appreciate you for calling, bro. You've always been a great guy.
I mean, I can even give you like a real life example. When I worked at AT&T, we cut major corners. I don't know how you. I left when I transferred out here. I mean, it's a cell phone industry. That's what it is. And they tell you, I mean, that's what they teach you when you're a first sales rep going up into a sales manager. And I'm happy I got out. I survived 3 different layoff periods. And then right when I left, they were going to, I'm sure everybody heard it. If they didn't, they're about to probably, the DirecTV Now lawsuit where we did it. I'm not going to lie.
Right.
We 100% did it. I posted on Facebook, yo, we did this stuff. Hit them up, get your money back.
Right.
We're snitching over here. Elbow Grease Live is about snitching and pro snitching.
AT&T, get them. They were $800 billion and have 9 layoffs a year. Get them.
Right.
Wow.
Go get them.
9 layoffs a year?
I doubt that. I mean, you talk to a different sales rep, their turnover is ridiculous now. But their CEO just resigned because of this lawsuit. They got it's a big deal. And it first started in Hawaii actually, because one of the sales reps got fired for not cutting the corners. And
not cutting the corners.
For not cutting the corners, for not trying to do some shoddy stuff and attach some things and make some shoddy sales. And he got fired for it. And one of my best friends, or one of my friends was a rep that was here, and she was a manager then. And then and she was telling me the story, like, yeah, watch the news. Watch the news. Lo and behold, AT&T getting a blast on Hawaii News now.
Wow.
For doing some shoddy stuff and attaching stuff. And that's when it got big, and all of a sudden the lawsuits hit. So, I mean, that's a clear story of major company cutting some major corners. And, I mean, they got the money. It's just having to save face and deal with the customer at that point, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, of course, like you, I've been part of sales organizations where you had that pressure of hitting your monthly number, your your weekly number, annual bonuses, quarterly bonuses, and that pressure is seen at the bottom. Of course, us as sales rep, we're getting it, but the sales manager is getting it, the manager's getting it,
Right.
and up to the CEO. Now, with that pressure, you know, it's almost as a sales manager, I even kind of busted sales reps underneath me, and it's kind of expected, which is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Being ethical is something that salespeople are so competitive. And when you're interviewing salespeople, you're like, okay, are you competitive? Did you play sports in high school? You kind of look for those kind of qualities. And when you have this area of competition and there's no referee, it's not like football where you have a referee that'll throw the flag on you and throw the flag too many times you'll kick you out.
Right.
You have to be your own referee. And
I mean, a shark is like the best way to kind of say that, and that's how they refer to it. Like Ramirez does, you got to be a shark and just destroy stuff, and that's the easiest mentality to have as a salesman. But it's not the right one to have ethically.
Right? Yeah. So if you're a shark and you kind of a shark don't care about ethics,
Listen,
you want to eat whatever, a leg, an arm, whatever you want to eat.
look,
And when you find where a salesperson that's not selling ethically, I find doesn't last that long.
no, they don't. What? How can you be ethical? How can you be ethical in an area of life that's unethical? You won't last. You don't fit the script. You can't make it.
Well, what I found is that
Most
the
sales-
ethical salespeople are the ones that last.
So they're the lifers, but they stay at the low totem pole.
Okay, all right.
Like
Yeah, they don't
they
have
too many
the huge
ways.
spikes and the yeah.
They get in trouble sometimes, but not enough to get fired. They still protected by the union sometimes, but they don't ever mess up too much. They still make the numbers, but it's just on the bottom tier. They're not going to go nowhere. They're not going to look at that. They're surviving.
Right.
I'm actually going to challenge you on that. I found that a lot of times, especially the early, oh man, he coming out the gate, doing okay. Then like let's say 3-4 months, boom, he hits a spike that no one's really hitting. And the people aren't dumb, their radar start going up. Like, hey, what is she? And a lot of times those people, when the playing field gets leveled off, they'll end up dropping out themselves. They'll be like, hey, look, referees came in and messed the game up.
Yeah, because okay, think about it like this. All right, when I first, like maybe my first year out of high school, second year out of high school, right? And life got real. I started to become a real adult, right, with father-like responsibilities. Right. So remember, Leland, we were talking off air a little about one of the first real sales jobs I had, which was I was the person who walked down the street with the duffel bag full of perfume and cologne, saying, "Hey, did you get the new one yet? Check this out." You know what I mean? We come from Macy's Wholesale. It did not come from Macy's, okay? It didn't come from J.C. Penney's. It didn't even come from Nordstrom Racks. Listen. So when you say you met somebody on the street and they say, "Man, listen, is this knockoff? If this knockoff, is this knockoff? Tell me, I'll still buy it anyway. But is it knockoff, right? What do you think I'm going to say? I told you this is from Macy's Wholesale. What else are you left to do? 9 times out of 10 you're going to lose the sale. So, okay, so I pose this. This leads me into this for you guys real quick. Ethical meets or versus self-preservation. When does it balance out, and when do it ever balance out?
So being
ethical sales, like, okay, this family probably should get the cheaper car, right? But you're going to sell them on a more expensive car, right?
Okay.
Self-preservation. Ethical, being right. Go ahead, bro.
No, go ahead, Josh. You go.
So, I mean, basically all commission jobs, it's just how the structure is, because that's how you get paid and that's how you live realistically.
Right.
Is whatever car they want to buy. If they buy, the $20,000 car instead of $15,000 car, you're getting an extra $2,000 maybe, but whatever it is, you're
Right.
getting that little bit extra that you wouldn't have got before. So when they commission job is just a scam. It's just an ethical scam to begin with. So when you start a job and it's a commission-based structure, and there's a structure where you can earn more money by selling more stuff,
Right.
it's just an ethical conundrum because that means your board's going to expect you to sell more stuff. That even says CEO on down, and that's just going to lead to unethical behavior at some point in that chain. Whether
Correct.
it be you or the guy on top of you or the guy 5 people on top of you, whatever it is. So just the commission structure and all is just a shame. Pay your people right, and then you don't have to worry about it.
I mean, I think in America, I think commission makes sense. Now, this is how I'll look at it. If I'm a manager or if I'm an owner of a company, I have to know the salesperson's nature. The nature of the salesperson is to earn more money by selling more stuff. Well, he's going to earn more money regardless. So you have to base your activity metrics, your performance metrics, whatever's best for the company.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it's up to the organization to create structures that an unethical salesperson is going to run into. They have to be the referee and create things that, sometimes I've been in systems and, I'm like, oh man, why doesn't it allow me to do that? Well, why doesn't it not allow me to call this customer? Well, it's built on purpose because it knows the true nature of the salesperson. And when you base things off of commission, and of course the company wants to earn more money, so they know that the salesperson, they base a commission structure on what they want the salesperson to sell most. I've been part of companies where we release a commission plan and the salespeople, it wasn't a focused commission plan, so the salespeople just did whatever it took to make more money. And the next thing you know, you're paying people for stuff that doesn't get done. So I think it's up to the organization. They have to be responsible for saying, hey, this is the true nature of people on a commission plan. Just like our government,
Right.
Hey, these are our laws, and you have to have law enforcement to enforce those laws. You can't just say, hey, people want to do what they want to do, get over. So you have to have some kind of structure. So I think it is possible for a salesperson to be ethical and still be a number one person. I've seen it a lot. Now, to me, I would feel, I've been on a car lot sometimes. I might feel like, all right, yeah, they only need the $20,000 car, but they want the 30. Who am I to get in the way? Seriously, I'm not in your pocket. I just met you an hour ago. Yeah.
Well,
Who am I to tell you, hey, you don't need a Dodge Charger. You get you a Neon. Who am I? Or whatever, the Dart or whatever. Who am I?
Hey, but isn't that self-preservation? Isn't that self-preservation? If you were being ethical and moral, so is there a difference between ethical and moral? No?
Being ethical is having morals. No.
Oh, okay. So if you were being ethical and moral, if it is a such thing as that they're one and the same, wouldn't you be doing them a disservice by not telling them, hey, listen, you really don't need this car. You know what I mean? You're just paying for extra features that you're probably never going to use. You're paying for 300 or some extra horsepower. You don't even have the road space to tap out on. You know what I mean? Just settle $30,000 less and get this car.
How about this time? Do you have any rooms that you don't use in the house?
No, I use everything.
You use every
I use everything. If I'm paying for it, I'm using it. Every part of it.
Okay, let's just go back to, I know my look, a lot of black houses have a living room that you cannot go to. Who am I as a real estate agent to tell them, no, you don't need this house. I'm going to get you a smaller house. Like, no. Who am I? I don't
I can
even know
attest
you.
you had a dining room table. I did not sit at once.
Yeah, a dining room
Except
table.
for on
Yeah.
Christmas. Except for on Christmas mornings. That's the only time we sat at that dining room table.
Right. You sit at the kitchen table. The dining room table just sit there and the neck.
Mom, I know you're watching right now. I love you. Thank you for that dining room table sitting.
Yes. Josh spent many dinners at each. We spent many dinners at each other's houses. But yeah, who am I to get in the way and tell you what you need? First of all, most people are not shopping for something they need. They're shopping for something they have.
Okay, I'll give you that.
You know, the car that you have.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna put your business all out there, but
it's okay.
it's more than what you need. It's more than what you need.
Yeah, I probably and I'll probably go faster than I should. Yeah, you're absolutely
It
right.
probably drives faster than 60 miles.
Yeah. Okay, so no. Okay, now you just let me into something else. What is the point of creating a car like mine that can go 180 miles an hour, right, to 200 miles an hour, and the highest speed limit I could come across is like 70?
Well, I don't create cars, I'm just saying.
Why are you trying to sell that car? Though?
Why are you selling that car that you know?
Why not?
Thank you that you know probably in 6 months in a
Because
bad
there's a
rainstorm
demand.
I'm gonna wrap around the pole.
Because there's a consumer demand. Because consumers are just whatever they want to buy, they're going to buy.
Exactly. Americans buy
You,
stuff.
if you ask America, if you ask all America what they put that $1,200 stimulus check to, I guarantee you more than 50% will say they went to Walmart or Target
TVs.
for a brand of something.
Gucci. I'm gonna have a guest calling them later. She posted a beautiful video on Facebook. She was at the King of Prussia Mall, and she was just getting like, well, first of all, I was surprised that we're all surprised that they opened, with COVID-19 and all that. But she was just getting some makeup, one little bag. But the Gucci store line all the way wrapped around. Louis Vuitton line wrapped.
You know, they was open that Thursday. I mean,
And you know
as
it.
a salesperson to say you don't need this Gucci.
don't you want to put this $1,200 towards your savings to rent next month and you know you're going to get this check?
Yeah,
I
like
don't know. You might
Pay-
be good.
pay the rent up a month.
Yeah, and you want to be broke.
So,
But they took it.
The situation, like when you have to sell something like that, so when you gotta be like that as a salesperson, it's kind of just how it has to be. It's how the company's. Is how your company is initially built. If the company is initially built on core values and not proper core values and good mission, then there's not really a way for it to go up in ethics.
You're right.
So
You're right,
let's,
Josh.
let's switch. I know you gotta head out, so let's switch gears a little bit. When's the last time?
That's about an hour.
Oh, okay. When's the last time you took a mental health day? I know you're doing a lot in school.
Today.
Today.
Don't feel ashamed.
I'm golfing today. No, like for real. Since I came to Hawaii, I've realized the importance of mental health because my wife went to school before we came here, so I was basically a solo dad that was a stay-at-home dad, so I was taking care of my kid full time. I know I was being dad, not a babysitter. Got it, y'all. Full-time child care is a lot. I will put that. My kid is a lot. So, and then for the first year in Hawaii, he did not see my face. He did not see my face once. Like, every day he woke up, my face was seen by him. Like,
Yeah, that's beautiful. I
if
see
she was on deployment or whatever, or she was gone for night, whatever it may be, he always saw my face. So, and that took a lot out of that drained me. Physically, emotionally, raising a 3 and 4 year old who's learning how to talk back, that has my attitude, it's not fun. Has my sense of talking back, it's not fun. It's not enjoyable at all. But it's kind of just, and then so that's when I kind of realized the importance of it. Like before I came here, I didn't really golf much. My relaxing day was I'm playing video games, But even then, it was kind of just I got home from work at 9 o'clock at night. I don't play video games till midnight, then I'm gonna pass out. There wasn't really a relaxing time because when you working, there's not really a time. So when I built my school schedule, I'm taking 18 credits a semester because I got to get it done. Like, the military said pays for it, which is 6 classes, which is a lot. If you don't know school, it's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So I made sure to even put a break day in there for me as a mental day. I put my Fridays as a mental day because I knew that when he goes to school, I need that day to just unwind and just relax my body and just come to play video games all day, play Call of Duty, shoot some people, play Madden, run to score on somebody online, whatever
Right.
it is, go play golf outside. Golf has been the saving grace in my life because it's 4 hours of just nothing but hitting a ball. And if you stick at hitting a ball, you get to hit another ball
Right.
because you have a bunch of them. And I can tell you one thing: if any grown man, woman, it doesn't matter. Go to a golf course and just play 9, play 18, and whatever. Because don't take your significant other, don't take your kid. Go out there with a buddy, bring a few beers, and just play 18. It's 4 hours and just. I remember that happened.
You see this hat? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, where'd I get this hat?
we got that at the Edinburgh, right? Yeah,
Yeah, it was, what was it called?
Edinburgh, the whatever PGA tour that was.
Yeah. I went to go
Right.
visit Josh when he lived in Tampa. And Tiger Woods had just came back from injury. For like,
This is his first
oh,
one-
he's
this is
been
his
injured
first
for
one
like
back.
2 years. Yeah. And it's
This
his
is
first
one back.
PGA Tour event back. And me and Josh,
Switched in my degree.
yeah, we got in on
People buy
your
that
military
business.
discount. Oh, that's another thing you sell beautiful. Tell people the process of buying anything.
So no matter, I mean, for me, whether I have in life, whether it been girls, my mom, my friends, whatever, the worst anybody can ever do is say no. That's the first thing that anybody has to ever realize. Hey, can I borrow $5? No, I'm gonna punch you in the face. That's not gonna happen. They're gonna say, nah. Hey, you wanna go on a date? Take you straight in the balls. No, that's like no. Like, what about the reactions of people? Like there's like, oh no, okay, you too ugly. Oh, I can eat that. Like or whatever it is. The worst anybody can ever do is say no. So I can tell you, no matter where I go to the same Walmart every time. You have a military discount. I served my 4 years. I'm not gonna say I don't boast on it. Like I don't beat the dead horse. I'm not the thank you for your service kind of guy. But you damn right. If I can save some money anywhere, I'm gonna save some money. So anywhere I go, you have a military discount. Like Walmart, Denny's, McDonald's,
Yup.
nice
I've
restaurants,
been with them, man.
PGA golf tour,
We got in there for like $10. It was crazy.
whatever it is, it does not matter. I ask you no matter where it is. So you don't know. The worst they can do is say no. Like, what?
Right.
They say no. Okay, I'll pay full price anyway. Like,
Right.
there ain't nothing wrong with it.
Right.
I mean,
Hey, Josh, you want to hang on for a little bit? I got another call.
real quick though. Real quick,
Okay, go
I want to say
Go
this.
ahead, Tom.
Hey bro, listen, thank you for your service. First, let's put that out there. And all of our men and women that serve, thank you for your service. Your wife too as well. You know what I mean? That is a serious deal. It's a huge honor. I was on my way into the army and unfortunately the surgery from high school, you guys know when I really injured my neck, that kind of took me out of that, so I had to go down a different path. But I thank you for your service. I am one of those that feel like anyone that has served in the military should never have to work again. If you served and you put your life on the line to protect this country, as much as the least we can do is to make sure that you will never have to work again unless you truly wanted to and you were bored. I really feel like that.
So I really can't say much. So, I mean, they pay for my school and they pay me while I go. So that's another great thing.
Yeah.
I'm a believer of everybody should serve. Like no matter what, when you get out of high school, 2-3 years, whatever it is. Like very rarely do 18-year-olds know what they want to do with their life.
That's true.
The rare thing. I mean, me, you, Ty, we all change jobs at least 4 or 5 times. But
Yeah.
we want to be happy with our life,
Right.
We want to wake up on Monday and feel good about ourselves going to work and whatever we do. And at 18, 19, a lot of people don't know that. So, I mean, I'm a proprietor. If I ever make president, first 2 years out of high school, everybody going to the military. You don't know what you want to do, and you can defend the country, do it the right way. So, vote Josh 2020.
Hey man, Kanye's in there. You can be in there. So I'm gonna just stay right here, Josh. I'm gonna put you in the waiting room, and I'm gonna bring my other caller in, and I'll probably bring you back in. Right?
All right, but
That was good. That was nice. I love the military people. And putting the tie on this.
Okay.
That's awesome. Military guy, sales guy, ultimate hustler. Hey! Okay, I need you to connect the sound. My guy, Jeremy. Hello, can you hear me? Oh, can you say that again? Yes, are you want to, what kind of sound are you want to
He's a transformer.
You have an Autobot on the line?
If not, what I can do is I can get
Oh, you sound great now. All right, whatever you did, perfect. Perfect.
Oh, all right. Okay. You can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear, man. State your name, state where you're from, and what you do, man.
I am Jeremy Hunsberger. I'm from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. I do roofing, siding, and gutter sales, as well as some real estate investment.
Nice.
Awesome.
Man. So how's life been for you? Just so people know, I did go to high school.
Pretty good. Pretty crazy past 10 years. Yeah. High school. Yeah, it's been well, how long has it been since you've been out of high school? What, 12 years?
14 now.
Yeah, crazy.
Wow.
Crazy long. But yeah, it's moved out to Lancaster. Started doing landscaping. That was a pretty much dead end job. So I did for 1 year. I did clothing restoration, which was a crazy job too. And then after that, that was also a dead end job. And I got into roofing, siding, and gutter sales. So along the way, we picked up some properties for real estate as well. So.
Okay. Oh, nice, man. Nice. So when you say we, do you have your own company?
Not. I'm a sole proprietor, but when I say we, I guess I meant me and my wife and I. So.
Oh, okay. All right. Good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Nice. See you in the dark. What's your,
yeah, it's kind of a dungeon back here. I didn't want to blow myself out. There we go.
Oh, okay.
That's a little better.
Hey, I will tell you, I reached out to you about this show, and like I was introduced everyone, this show is about, this highlights the American worker, highlights the entrepreneur and the worker. But
sure,
we look up to celebrities all the time, but just the people in my personal network, I know have tremendous stories.
Sure.
And one time I posted on Facebook, I was going through something crazy with real estate. Yeah, a property that
I remember
that. The tenant just left it in a really bad shape.
Yep.
There was crazy paint on the walls. The grass was up to here. I opened the freezer and there was like expired milk and dairy products. Crazy.
That's just a normal day. That's just a normal day for me.
And that's pretty much what Jeremy posted. Do you remember what you responded with?
I don't. I think maybe something like welcome to being a landlord or something like that. To that effect.
I was traumatized. This is my first house. I lived in this house for a couple of years. And then when I moved to Cincinnati, I started moving out. And I'm expecting people to treat this house like I treated it.
Right.
It was my baby.
Yep.
And when I came back and I saw it was
not the case.
Bad shape, I was just hurt.
Yeah. If you're in this business, if you're in real estate investing long enough, landlording long enough, you hear all the excuses and you develop a thick skin pretty quickly. Growing up, I was never one for conflict, but I learned to. I mean, you learn to deal with people. I mean, it's dealing with people. So in any business. So anyway, so it's dealing with people, and you develop a thick skin pretty quickly, and you realize you take the bad with the good, and it comes with the territory basically. I mean, a lot of people like in this case, it's like that one experience completely turns them off. Where for me, that could be I mean, we have a couple properties now with a couple apartments in each building. So that's the normal. I mean, that could be a normal month, monthly experience turning over apartments. So, yeah, it's nothing really new.
So do you do everything yourself? Oh, go ahead, Ty.
No, so I was just gonna ask a question. Do you ever feel like you have to sell yourself as a landlord to as being like one of the best landlords? Because there are some slumlords out here.
That's a good question. Yeah, that's definitely a good question. Yeah, I mean, I think the shape of the property, like when we're showing the property, we want it to be in good shape. So, I mean, I put myself. I mean, I rented before, so if I walked into an apartment and it looked like junk, I'd be like, well, I'm definitely not renting this place.
Right.
I'm moving on to the next place. So yeah, I definitely we try to present our best foot forward, as far as having the property in the best shape it can be up front. So and we want to maintain it. I mean, we try to maintain it as best we can throughout their tenancy with us. So
good.
Yeah. So what are some things, you talked about when you sold in the past and you're selling roofing, gutters.
Yeah, roofing, siding, gutters. Yep.
Roofing, siding, gutters now.
Yep.
So tell me about that. Do you set the appointments or do you go out there yourself, knock doors?
Yeah, so I do a little bit of all that. We do a lot of storm restoration. So if hail or wind goes through an area, we stay within a certain parameter of Lancaster City. So we'll go, or Lancaster County, we'll go within a 2-hour radius. Like right now, I'm down in Phoenixville a bunch. There was some hail that went through that area. But yeah, I'm setting my appointments. I don't typically knock on doors. I know everybody kind of has their own sales approach. I tend to take a less aggressive approach because it's a lot of soliciting, and I'm not a huge fan of that personally. I don't like knocking on doors and being like, hey, like you might need, I think there can be a time and a place for that, but I try not to be super aggressive that way. Some people are, and some people, it works out. But for me, I usually drop off a little pamphlet and a letter stating, hey, the storm went through the area. We offer free inspections, and I'll come out, set the appointment, and do that kind of thing. So it's a less aggressive approach, I think, than banging on, especially with what's going on right now with COVID and everything.
Yeah. It's a risk.
I take a less aggressive approach that way now, especially now.
Would you ever hire a team to do that for you instead of you doing it?
That's a good question. Right now, I'm a salesman with a business already, but there are lots of businesses out there that do this nationally. Like for us, we're not storm chasers, but there are storm chasing companies who will be, say, based out of Kansas, but then run down to Texas, run out to Colorado, run up to Maine. So it's a national business model for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you a little bit what I'm doing right now. So I recently went through a breakup, so I had to move all the way from Pennsylvania to Cincinnati again. Okay. So I needed a job I'm working here, right here. Work from home. That way it gives me flexibility.
Right.
Because I'm not really sure where I'll be the next couple of months. I might, take my shot in California, move next door to Ty.
Come on.
Yeah. So I'm with the company right now. It's a startup company, and we just go door to door, but I'm just hitting them, setting up appointments, and then someone else goes in. It's actually a marketing company that works for the roofing and siding.
Oh, no kidding. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's cool, and I just set my appointments, and I go right here. And it's not even full time. It's just
right.
The prime hours to call and catch your people.
Sure.
Catch your 10 to 2.
Right.
And it's good, but
awesome.
Talk to me about you've been selling since pretty much as a professional, since you became a professional. how much do you like or dislike prospecting and just actually the sales process itself?
That's a good question. I never really had to really sit down and think about that. The prospecting part is definitely not my favorite part. I enjoy the face to face explaining the product to the homeowner more so than the actual door knocking. That's probably my least favorite part versus the actual sit down. Hey, let's go over how our process works, how the product goes on, and how it's going to transform their home, transform their home basically. So that's the part more that I enjoy, kind of the more almost building a little micro relationship, kind of in a way. You build a little bit of a relationship with the customer that way. So that's the part I enjoy, not so much the prospecting.
Yeah, and I don't think anyone really enjoys it.
Exactly.
I hate talking to people that are most likely going to say no.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I probably talked to 150 people and 147 of them said no.
For sure.
And my boss think I'm a superstar.
Right.
So,
yeah, it's like baseball where you hit one out of three, you're an all-star. So
right. But yeah, it's mentally taxing. So when's the last time you took like a mental health day? So do you take it?
I don't typically take full. I mean, the nice thing is with my job too is there is that definite stress involved with it, but I do some driving, so I have time to kind of de-stress a little bit from that. Either if I had a tough meeting or whatever, I can listen to music in the truck or do whatever between meetings. And then I don't typically take full days. I mean, with three little kids and a family, I don't get to just take a full day, but I get the evenings typically. I'm a night owl, so I'll take some time in the evenings just to chill, whether it's watching the show or, whatever, playing some, game a little bit. But that's how I typically de-stress and, unwind that way.
Yeah. Well, I was doing some research, and it looks like, I found this report. Out of the typical 8-hour workday, the average worker, really works for about 2 hours and 53 minutes. 3 hours a day.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really interesting.
It was defined, it was an article at Inc.com. There's also
like actual product
productivity. Yes, exactly.
Right. That, I mean, I think for sales, it's we're not on the factory line. We're doing the same thing I used to work in a factory doing this almost the same thing over and over again. So I worked in a meat processing plant, and there were people who stood on a line for a shift and did the same exact cuts over and over and over again. I couldn't imagine doing that. But for sales, I think it's a little bit different because you're not being, it's not like a 9 to 5 where you clock in and clock out. But yeah, I mean, I think for actual productivity, I mean, I would consider a sit down agreement signing on a roof or a project. That would be a productive hour. So I probably typically get a good 2 or 3 productive hours, but I'm at the office for 6 or 7 hours, 8 hours a day.
Right.
So that makes sense. That's an interesting study.
So I'm going to list some activities. You tell me if you participate in. These are the non-productive activities.
Okay.
I got 10 of them right here.
All right.
Reading news websites.
Oh yeah.
So it says on a typical day, an hour and 5 minutes.
Yeah, wow, that's interesting. I don't know if I would say that's consistent, but
this is disappointing. So we're gonna play a game of over under say 30 minutes. So over under checking social media. 30 minutes.
Oh my word, over.
Okay, yeah, 44 minutes. I even think that's a lot.
That really, they only said 44 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's
That doesn't seem right. That seems low.
I think I'm under though. I think I'm under. I'm under.
Yeah, Ty's under.
Yeah, I'm under. I'm definitely
That's
under.
good for you, man. I got a curve. That. So
We're gonna do all 10, but I'll just do a couple more.
yeah.
Now with COVID, this might change. Discussing non-work related things with COVID.
Ooh. Over on the thing. I mean, now I would say probably over, just with everything that's going on. I would say over, but
Yeah, it's 40 minutes.
yeah.
So discussing non-work related things.
Yeah, with coworkers. You have the water cooler, talking sports.
Yep.
I think for the position that I'm in because of COVID, I think I'm probably over. I talk more about work related things now. Like when people getting back to work, when is this stuff going to open back up, all that kind of stuff. So
this is discussing non-work related.
Yeah, so I think I'm under then.
You're
So
over.
yeah.
Oh, you're under. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't have coworkers.
Yeah.
So I'm under now. Okay, here's a good one. Searching for new jobs.
Under.
Ooh. That's a good question. Now, when was this study? When was this put out?
2017.
Okay, so I'm going to say, ooh.
It's funny. It's on the list.
That's
Daily activities.
I'm going to say under on that.
Under, yeah, 26 minutes. So every day, people are averaging. So that means some people are but searching for a new job.
That is interesting.
Well, what jobs are out there? We just posted it last week. We talked about over 51. Was it 51% of them
unemployed?
Yeah.
Well, they file for unemployment, but there are still jobs. I mean, if I post my resume right now on Indeed, I'm not going to.
It's a weird time right now.
But if you're a tech person, or you can handle that kind of stuff, the job market is open. If that's not your lane, or sales and commission work is not your lane, you're in trouble.
Right.
That's true.
Good point.
Yeah. I think a lot of people should be willing to get into sales. Here's the thing, Jerry. If you can fog a mirror, a lot of sales organizations would take it.
Yeah, there's definitely, you definitely would need some training, but if you've got, even like you said, I think you can fog the mirror and you can smile and be nice. I mean, you can make it sale.
And a lot of companies will invest in you to train you.
Right, exactly.
I'm gonna tell you, I went through all kind of training through sales to be a salesperson. You know what I mean? That was my first job, and I love the sales field. If I have to do something, I will go back to that. But the best motivation I've ever had to being the best salesman that I could be was real life. When I got the bill for rent, or I got the light bill, or the car note bill, or whatever it was, that gave me the best motivation. I went in the next day, I had the best day ever. Every time.
That is very common. As a sales manager, I've been told by other sales managers, you want your employee to get in debt, get a car note, get something, because that's going to push them. Speaking of push, Jerry, hang on right there. I'm going to introduce my next guest. She is definitely a woman who pushes and shows, and I have worked with her. Her name is Trinita Bland. Can you hear me? I think you're muted, Trinita. Trinita.
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, I can hear you loud and clear. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm good. Yeah. We here just talking work. My whole life, my mother come in the house and I'll ask her, hey, how's it going? And we just get to a peaceful 3-hour conversation. So that's what we're doing. So, first of all, State your full name, where you're from.
Okay, my name is Trinita Lindsay. Don't pay attention to the brands. I'm using
Okay,
my Gmail account and I haven't changed it in years. So don't. Yeah, no, I'm originally from Washington D.C., but I reside in Pottstown, Pennsylvania. I used to work for Iron Mountain and I got laid off, and now I'm currently a councilwoman for Pottstown. So I'm a politician. Yes, I am.
Yes,
I'm
you
a,
are.
so yeah, no, I say community servant, so I don't. But anyway, so that's what I do now. So, um, but yeah,
Now,
that's what I do now so far.
now, have you? Now, this is my co-host Ty Jones, and I also Jimmy.
Well, hello there.
Hi there. Yes, yes. So, have you sold anything in the past?
So, like what?
Like, for as a profession? Just.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Oh my goodness. Years ago, I was trying to sell water purifiers when I was in my 20s, when I was a Marine wife of my ex-husband's in the military. And I was trying to sell water purifiers. But as in selling, no. But I am taking my real estate class now. I'm trying to get back in yeah, I'm trying to real estate. Let me tell you something. Doing it online is horrible. It's horrible. I need a classroom.
I had my real estate license for a year, and I got it through a classroom, and it was much better. I'm sure.
Yes, I need a teacher to say, that's the wrong answer.
Right.
You know, I'm taking a class now, and then I have to read over a couple times because of the terminology and the law.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot. It's a lot. Like I didn't, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought this was gonna be, this is a piece of cake. This is easy. No, it isn't. Just in case somebody wanted to do that. For me, I'm only speaking for myself. It's challenging like that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
So what are your aspirations once you get your license, right? We're gonna speak that into existence. Once you get that, what's your plans? Amen. What's your plans from there moving forward?
So before I got laid off, I had planned on doing real estate. So I started saving my money, and I was going to have my own company. So now I'm doing it now. So now I organize and I declutter. I help people do that in their own homes. So I was prior. I did people help wives declutter and move out of base housing, because base housing turnover was like this, and the word got out was getting them in and out, and then base hired myself and my boyfriend's husband, and we were working on base and was helping clean up. And this is in South Carolina, so I did Hilton, and so I was did Hilton Head Villas and all that stuff. So I like doing it because I like the end result. I like the before and after, and I'm like, oh my God, I did all that. Like we did all that. So, but I help when I organize. I do it with people. So, and then I don't just organize and leave it be. I organize them, and then we try to do it for long term. I don't want it to happen again. Like I try not to have it so big and then wonder why it was like this. So that's what I'm doing now. And I wanted to manage properties and stuff like that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to broaden my real estate, but if I had that license, I have more leverage with it. So that's why I was getting my real estate license.
Right.
So I started right after they shut everything down. That weekend, I was supposed to take the class.
Oh.
And we never take class. We don't know what's going to happen. So I'm like, then a month went past, and I said, well, let me just go online. So I shopped online for like 2 weeks, trying to see who's better. And then, when you shop online, they remember you seeing a site, and then you put your email in there, and they see discounts, and you can
Right.
for 40% off, so 50% off. So I did that, and then that's how I ended up with the one place I'm doing now. So.
Awesome.
Okay. So do you want to work primarily in Pottstown where you're a counselor?
Yeah, because I'm a councilwoman, I know a lot of people. So my networking base had just blossomed.
Yes.
So I want to be able to do it in Pottstown, and then if when I get my license, I want to be
That's
able
it.
to say, hey, and I'm your councilwoman. Why don't you be
Right.
right?
I
I'm
can
in
tell
my
you,
ward.
Trinita, you're a much better salesperson than me. I
Stop
heard
it.
you
Stop
got
it, Leland.
lots of personality. Everybody loves you,
Stop
and
it.
you have influence. I mean, to the point where the town of Pottstown, which is not a small town at all, appointed you voted for you, right? You had to run a campaign. So tell me about, because I know you kind of struggled thinking about when the last time you sold something, but selling yourself as a leader in the community is huge. Tell me about that.
That's a big sales job.
Yeah, huge.
So get this. No one ran against me because they know that.
Well, you sold them.
Okay.
You sold them
They
off.
know better. Yeah, they know better. I would run against you. I'll tell you that.
Right. So no one ran against me, so which was a good thing because woman literally just fell in my lap. Like a prestige woman in the community of Pottstown came to me and she emailed me, she called me, and she texted me to call her. I'm like, wow, shit. And I was at work, so I called her, and she said, my council person resigned. You'll be great at being a councilwoman. I'm like, nah, I'm going to do school board. I don't want to do council. She said, no, just try it. I said, no, I don't want to do it. And then I said, all right, well, she said, think about it. If you don't like it, you go out for it, you don't get it, then your name is out there, and you can do school board. So I thought about it, and I said, sometimes people see things in you that you don't see in me. So I said,
Bingo.
let it ponder on me sometime. Let it marinate on that. And then I went out for it. So I got my letter of intent. Get this, guys. I was like, what's a letter of intent? I had to Google it, and I said, oh, okay. So I got letter of intent, and then sent it in. And it was 6 people went up for it. I was the only black female, so I was like, oh, I may not get this one. And then I ended up getting it. And I was like, when they said, at the end, they said, we want to congratulate the guy who nominated me, the council person who nominated me. He said, I just want to thank Trinita Lindsay for being the 4th Ward councilwoman. Inwardly, I was like, yay! Yes. But so I was like,
Really? Oh, you should know. That's the Trinita I know. Yeah.
I was this close because I'm on camera. I was this close. I was about to say, but I do. My personality do shine on the county. The police chief said, you bring so much brightness to the council meeting. So I always tell people, you need to tune in. Check me out. I'm live and in person. And tip your waitress.
Yeah.
That's strong. You hit a point. We were talking. I believe it was last night. We were talking.
Yeah, last night.
And I was saying that sometimes when we're talking about selling, like what things that we sold in our life, and for me, when I hear the word selling, or things that I've sold. For me, for whatever reason, the word sowing always comes up. So, I'm always constantly trying to sow things into myself. And what we were saying last night was that you can sow seeds into your life that eventually you don't have to sell yourself anymore. That eventually, once those seeds are sowed into your life, those fruits begin to be manifested, and that other people will see them and begin to pick the fruits of the seeds that you sowed into your life. So other people will see things in you that you no longer have to put out there anymore. They say, you know what, she's a great person, or he's a great guy, or he's genuine at heart. I want him involved, or I want her involved. And that's so heavy that eventually, hopefully, we get to the point where we no longer have to sell ourselves for jobs, or we no longer have to sell ourselves for positions in life or in companies or in groups, that we can sow the seeds enough that people will begin to just pick us just because we are manifesting outwardly all the right things that they need.
Yes, Ty, you are absolutely 100% on target. And you know what? You said a key word, and that's manifest. I strongly believe in manifestation. I believe in law of attraction, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
I believe I draw where there's good or bad energy. I draw it to myself. So I feel like if it's negative energy, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get a car accident. Sure enough, somebody gonna tap me. It's not a bad one, but it did. You know what I mean? So when I was going out for being a councilwoman, I was also going out for a job. I'll tell you what I did. So I took a picture of the sign of the little sign that says that person's name and council person fourth ward.
Right.
I got on my computer and I typed my name, councilwoman fourth ward. I did the same thing for my signature picker for that job. I used somebody who currently have that job, and I did put my name on it.
Wow.
And I put it at my desk and in my bathroom mirror so I can see it every single day.
Right.
And I manifest myself sitting up there in that chair. I'm telling you, you guys, the God honest truth. I set myself up there and I manifest I said, I can see myself sitting up there. I saw myself sitting up there. I visualized it and it happened.
That's it.
I believe in that. You have to visualize. And then I left it alone. I left it alone. Right. I did what I had to do, like the second go around, because I just got voted in. So before the other council people voted me in, it was 4-2. And then I had to run last November. I had to run, but I was on a public building to allow to work. And then I got sworn in January. So I have 4 years. It's a 4-year term. So, but yeah, I believe in that. So, Tyler, when you said manifestation, you got to manifest stuff. And I tell people that's real. That's real. Like, I did that.
Yeah, that's real. That's so heavy. Even Josh and Jeremy, like everything that you do from being a father, like that was your job for a stretch of time, just being a father. Every day you woke up, envision what a good father is. What would it take to accomplish that job today? And tomorrow I will envision it again. And even with the roofing and gutters, you have to see that done in order for you to do it. If you can't see the job completed, if you can't see the job finished, there's no way for you to repeat that or imitate the vision you first see in your head. So manifestation and seeing it has to happen. It has to take place. And for those that don't pay attention to that or practice that art, you'll find yourself winging things a lot of time. You'll find yourself just doing it and being lost with no sense of direction. So that's heavy.
Jeremy, you got anything to add to that?
No, it's very true. I mean, I think it goes right along with what you're saying. As far as I think your name, once you get your name out there enough, I think it just can carry that weight with it. So once they get, once they learn that, such and such is a great person, great to work with, that goes so far. I mean,
Yes.
way beyond, way beyond what you can even do yourself. I mean, if you can get your name out there, starting to move in networks without anything you had to do, that you're going to get so much return on your, so much return on your investment that way. So that's a big deal. And doing things with integrity, the right way, doing it the right way.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Absolutely.
As my man Josh said earlier, no cutting corners.
Yeah, don't cut corners.
Yeah, don't cut corners. Yeah.
I mean, I'll even tell customers, hey, even if you don't choose me, I'll try to explain, something that, even if you don't go with us, I want you to know exactly how this works, because I don't want to walk away from our conversation without you knowing exactly what is happening.
Right.
So I try to take that approach with every conversation I go into.
Right.
Yeah.
And integrity is a lost art today.
That's true.
So many people just want to close the sale. They just want to get the deal done. They just want to go to closing. They just want the loan to close.
Mhm.
ABC.
Exactly.
ABC. What's that stand for?
Always be closing.
Always be closing. You know what I mean? In sales, we used to say, kiss it. Keep it short and simple. Kiss.
Yeah.
Keep it short and simple.
Yeah. Or keep it simple, stupid.
Right.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
integrity has become a lost art today because we just want to close. But eventually, when you're just closing, you're never opening anything. So once you close all your doors and you close all your windows, what do you have left? And you translate that to sales. If I'm not doing anything with integrity, right? Once I close this sale, another door won't open for me. There's no word of mouth because I didn't do the job the right way. So there's no progress. There's no steady income. There's no steady flow. So I'm not gonna preach today, but go ahead, bro.
That's my anti. Yeah. Whenever me and Ty we talk about work, it's not just us, but work to me. The reason why I'm doing the show, it comes down to the spirit. It's literally something I wake up and think about every day, and that's not by accident. That's the way God designed us, because He designed us after His image. And what God did, He created the world. It says in Genesis, He looked back and saw that it was good. So that's how we shouldn't reject that. When we do our work, we should look and see, okay, this is good. Or if it needs something, hey, Adam was by himself. So you know what? Let's give him a woman, So but when talking about work, we'll talk about the practical things and ABCs and 1, 2, 3s, but then it's a spirit attitude. It takes a strong spirit to hear no 100 times and to keep going. Because if you're not convicted yourself, hearing that no a few times will turn you away. You'll be thinking about. Even me as a seasoned person, I was thinking today, like, oh, no. Did I even choose the right profession? What am I doing in my career? What? I might need to just go to school or do, pick up some. But you're not gonna run away from it. No matter, even if you're not in the sales position, have anything to sell, you still gonna have. You don't have a product to sell. You're still gonna have to sell in your idea to someone to allow you to move the way you move.
Yep.
Yeah. So Josh, what's your next sale?
My next sale is going to be Mexican for dinner.
Mexican for dinner.
It's only $4.19 here. So my next sale is Mexican for dinner. My wife said she had a long day at work, so I said, "Hey, we can get some tequila."
That's it.
Right.
So, but no, I mean, for school we have to do case studies where we sell our. They give us make believe products, and we have to make a believe, but we have to sell it in our paper. You know, we have to write papers about how we have to sell things, and what everybody else was saying. The first thing you got to be able to sell is yourself, and that starts with believing in yourself, and you got to have that self belief to just know that you're. It's not that you always know that you're not the best, but it's just that you believe that you're the best you can ever be, and like every day you wake up. I mean, when Rome said just basically the plan. I mean, I plan my days each night before I go to sleep. I go to sleep. My brain is, all right, I'm gonna wake up. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. My alarm set for this. This is typed down on my alarm. So that daily mental planning and just preparing myself to how I can be better the next day, because that's my goal in life is to be better than I was yesterday. Every day, this is better than I was yesterday. No matter what I do. If I yell at JJ, my son, if you all know my JJ, my son, if I yell at JJ, tomorrow I'm gonna try to be better, not yell at him. You know what I mean? So it's just, whatever I can do is be better than I was yesterday, and keep it going, and just have a strong belief in myself that no matter what, I'm gonna be able to sell what I need to sell, do what I need to do, acquire what I need to acquire, or really anything. The next big thing I'm really gonna probably sell or do whatever is going to be myself, really, because when I get to college, I'm going to be moving back to the mainland and having to sell myself to a market that I haven't been for 3 years and have no idea what it's about, and a completely new profession to me after I got out of college. So it's going to be how to be able to sell myself with newfound goals and newfound skills that I never had before.
Right.
Yeah, selling yourself, that's usually the first sale you have to make when you enter a new organization. Your resume has to be sellable. Someone buys that by looking at it. Let's say they see a million resumes.
Right.
You have to convince them.
I believe in a little bit of a heavier paper, you know, that makes it stick out. So when they thumb through it, like, damn, oh, what's that paper?
Right.
It's still white.
Anything to help.
It sticks out a little bit.
No.
That's even if it makes it to paper. My last job, I mean, I started. Everything was digital. We never met.
I still, if I'm in like driving distance or mailable distance, I make sure they get a paper resume.
Okay.
That's
it's like sending me a thank you letter after interview.
Me too. I do that too. And LinkedIn. They you know,
LinkedIn.
that's what everybody's doing now.
Yeah.
LinkedIn is the jobs Facebook.
Right. Your picture can't be looking like this on LinkedIn. You know, you can't be looking crazy.
So I think now give people, so because I got laid off, they have this company, LLH, who helps you transition from them to a new job. So because I've been with them 12 years, so they help you. So they give you, they give you help. So they give you somebody that you look over your resume, do certain things, and the one thing the lady said was you have to change your LinkedIn profile picture. And I'm like, but it's nice looking. I don't put from that. I have my face beat. My face is looking good. I'm taking my college pictures that I just graduated from college. And I was 46 then. And then she said, yeah, but it's a selfie. And you should use a selfie. So I had to use a selfie. Yeah, she said you shouldn't use selfie. So if you're doing that,
yeah, that's not LinkedIn official.
It shouldn't be a LinkedIn picture. And I was in the
okay, can't be a LinkedIn like this. Okay.
like this. No, you can't do none of that. So
Right.
it's okay. But, I ended up changing the picture. I thought that was funny. Because I was like, but I see a whole lot of people, let me look. And sure enough, there's other pictures. And you're not supposed to, when you're taking a picture with somebody and it's a wedding, and you wearing dressed up and you cut that person off.
Right.
Something was right there.
Yeah.
It's too straight.
You gotta cut your X. Yeah, it's a great picture, but it's with the X.
Right.
So I can't cut that off. And see, man, all these new logos, I can't also.
No, you your shoulder ears off.
Right.
So the final segment is get it off your chest.
Okay.
This is a time where you can Now, I can be the person that you want to talk to, but something that you want to just get off your chest, and I'll start that.
Okay.
So I'm selling my appointments, and I'm talking to this like 80-something-year-old person, and he's giving me unsolicited business advice, and he's a non-buyer. So not yeah, I got to get it off my chest. I don't want to hear from the non-buyers who are not buying anything. You're giving me business advice, telling me how I should be making my calls, who I should be targeting. Oh, if I was you, you're, yeah. If I was you, I would leave some flyers in the mailboxes, and then I would maybe go door to door. But it's COVID, so. But best of luck to you, man. Best of luck. I'm not buying anything.
Right.
But yeah, I can tell you, you're going to do good. But yeah, take these tips, and you're going to take it to the next. I don't want that advice. If you're not buying anything, just
Right.
okay, cool. We can be friends. I got a bunch of other calls I got to make. Well, I got to see some other people. Unsolicited, non-buyer advice. No, I don't have that. I don't have time for that. So I had to just get that off my chest. That was weighing heavy on my heart. And this elbow grease time, really, it's. I love that you guys are participating, but I need it for myself.
That's the truth, bro. Who? Anybody?
So, yeah, that's what I have to do. That off my chest. Anyone else?
I'll hop in.
I'll
Go ahead, Josh. Go ahead, Josh.
Okay, yeah, I'll let Josh. Yeah.
I come out there.
All right, Josh.
So it just pisses me off at this point. The people don't wear masks. Like,
Oh, people not wearing their masks.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So one of my best buddies out here, he don't like wearing a mask. He's in the military, so he's one of those has to wear it, you know. But he's like, well, it's I'm like, bro, just like if it has a 0.1000001% chance of saving somebody's life, I don't care if it's true or not.
Just do it.
Just wear the mask.
Like, I'm gonna wear a mask. I saw a meme the other day. It was King wearing the old school mask when he used to fight with the
wrestling king?
They said
The
wrestling king. Wrestler, and it was if King could wear a mask for 47 minutes at WrestleMania, he could wear a mask for 30 minutes going to Walmart.
That's what
Oh man, that's a good one.
If y'all know, my man King he's a congressman now actually, but he had
and that's
a
something.
big red mask, and he wore his lips were probably like
Right. Yeah, he didn't have any. And it was leather. It was a leather mask.
And it was rough. It was like if you could wear for 47 minutes inside a building with like 50,000 people, then you could wear a mask for 30 minutes at Walmart. And so me and my wife share this belief, but outside of us, it's really we're isolated here. We don't have too many people to talk to. So it's just like, I ain't get on my chest. Wear a damn mask, people. Like
Put the mask on.
Right. Wear the mask, people. And wash your dang hands.
Yeah.
That's
another
wash
one.
your hands. I carry hand sanitizer on me, like it's nobody's business. If I touch the handle, squirt. Hey.
All right. I was going to go some other place.
I turned into a germaphobe.
No, seriously, I did really. I'm germaphobe. Like I don't touch. I'm like this all the time. I don't touch my. It's crazy. But I was going to go some other place to get it off my chest. I really was. But since you brought the mask thing up, there's something else that I need to get off my chest. Okay.
Okay.
If I ride past you and you're driving with your windows up and your mask is on, I do not understand. I do not understand. Why do you have your mask on and you're driving in the car? Your windows are up. Huh?
When you circulate the air conditioner.
Oh, the air conditioner's pulling COVID in.
Right. You have a picture in your car and it says it circulate inside and then it's
Right.
circulate out.
Yeah.
That's the out one.
Oh, he's the out. Okay. I'm listen. Stop it. Just stop it right now. You stop it and stop. Listen, and you stop doing it to them poor babies too, because them babies in the back seat breathing all that carbon in and they can't breathe, and they got that tight seatbelt around their neck, and you got the mask on, and you probably don't even have the AC. Probably not even working. It's horrible. You need to stop it. You know, your car is a safe zone, and if it's not, then you need to do something about that. That's
Right.
you got to stop it.
Get that Lysol. Get some Lysol and just
Right.
the whole car.
Jared.
Oh boy, something to get off my chest.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything that specifically that I need to get off my chest.
You got peace.
Yeah,
He got peace.
well,
He comfortable.
It'd be nice if people in Italy, if people would keep their apartments a little nicer and run the vacuum.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm pretty good.
Clean out the refrigerator before you do that. Ain't no point of having
I
a
was off
U-Haul
when that
in a
call happened.
refrigerator, and you let the electricity cut off
Yep.
before I even took it over. Before the lease was up,
Right.
the
Oh,
electricity was
I
cut
hate
off.
that.
Well, you know, even not communicating, like even well,
Yeah.
for whether it's tenants or clients or anybody.
True.
I mean, thinking a text is communicating. I think is something that grinds my gears.
Texting is communication.
It's a new email.
Call me. Send an email. Call me. Don't text.
Right.
Jeremy, they'll say you old school now, man. That's just old school.
Yeah, that's old school. Yeah, texting.
Right. You gotta get text. They texting now.
Yeah, everybody's afraid. Everybody's afraid to have a phone conversation. We're all a little more sensitive.
Yeah.
Sensitive. Sensitive.
Yeah, that's
Then
it.
then they read the text wrong.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Right. You
Well,
put all
we
caps.
sound-
Me it like that.
You put all caps. You was yelling at me. You put all caps. You were yelling.
Right.
Did you have an attitude? Because it sound like it.
You're
Yeah, it
right.
sounds like an attitude.
Yeah.
Instead of using a comma.
Look, if you
When
say
I think me and LOL, like we really laughing.
Yeah.
You laughing at me.
right,
You're right.
is it really LOL?
Right. Right. Right.
LOL. You didn't do an emoji. You did an LOL.
Right.
Right.
Or you listen. How about you didn't put an emoji in this time, so you got an attitude. Like,
Right.
Right. You didn't do
You
this
give me an
kissy thing.
eyeball emoji. What's up?
Oh, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
oh my
That's my
god.
favorite one.
The high.
Eyeball.
Yeah. That when I get that on my phone, and it's just the eyes. I'm like, what does that mean? I immediately turn around and look like, okay, do you see me, or do you want to know where I'm at? Like, what does that mean? I don't know. I don't understand. But
Okay, so let me get something off my chest.
please do.
Yes, please.
So the other day I went into King of Prussia Mall. And there's a poor section and there's a rich section.
Yes, there is.
I go into the
Definitely
rich
is.
section because I window shop. I have no money and I don't buy anything. I
Right.
just want to go to Tiffany's so I can look at something, take a picture of it, and give it to my boyfriend.
Right. That's it. Manifestation.
Yeah, manifestation.
I look at it and I subliminally say, "Babe, I like this. Do you like it?" That's what I do. Okay. So I'm up there and I didn't make it to Tiffany and I sat down. Guys, I was disturbed of how the Louis Vuitton line, the line for Louis Vuitton, y'all, I swear it had to have been like 20, maybe 30 people with strollers. These people, what? And Gucci had a line too, and Gerber. Okay.
Didn't we talk about that earlier? That's crazy.
Is this the person you were talking about, Leland?
Yes, yes.
It's the same story.
I don't do Facebook Live. I did a Facebook Live on it because I want somebody to tell me how these people had money. Like, I saved my money because I know, like, I'm trying to take my time to find a job. I'm doing my business. Remember, I told you I'm doing the real estate. And it's doing real estate, you should have 6 months of your pay saved up so that way, you know, it takes time to blah, blah, blah. So I was saving my money. I did not spend my stimulus check. I still have it because I knew, because I pre-planned because I knew I was going to do real estate, and I knew that I had, and then I got laid off, and so I had to think about money. But guys, there were people in the Louis Vuitton. First of all, I don't know if y'all been to Louis Vuitton. I've been because my sister lived in DC. She loves Louis Vuitton. She always come and what she does, they have wine. Sometimes you catch them. They have wine and cheese and stuff. So I went in there with her, and then when you go in there, the prices of the bags are not visible. It's like they want you to get the bag, so they know your ass don't have no money, right? So I go.
If you got an ass, you can't afford it.
Right.
Right.
If you in that store asking how much is this, you're probably in the wrong store.
So my sister said, I said, how much is this bag? My sister said, if you have to ask for the price. So guess what I did? I said, you know what? You're right. I'm out. The prices at the bottom of the bag, so you got to go through the tissue and everything.
Wow.
Which is an explanation that you don't have no money for this. But the people that I'm not judging nobody, okay? Because I went to mall looking like this, so they look like that too. So I'm like looking like you can't even say, well, her hair ain't done, so why is she in Louis Vuitton? You can't even do that. And it wasn't just all black people. It was like black, white. It was everybody. It was
I saw the line. I was shocked.
Then I went back at 11 because the mall opened up at 11 because I wanted to test my theory because that's what I do. Because I'm like tired now.
You went back the next day?
I go to the mall. I just go to the mall when I want to. So I went back to the mall at 11:30, and there was a line at the Gucci store.
Wow.
At 11:30.
In the morning?
Come back like she was returning it. So I asked my said, why? I said, is it an appointment? Or you just said, no, he said, no, it's a line. We just wait for the next person. And there were like 15 to 20 people in the store. So it wasn't like 3 or 4 people going in. Wow. So I just had to get that off my chest. Like, I didn't know what happened. So I told my girlfriend, I need a Louis Vuitton uncle. Like, they have an uncle.
Louis Vuitton.
Is anybody free? Is anybody single? Because it's like, they getting paid. They are getting paid.
Yeah, you getting paid. Big time.
And they were coming out with big bags. Now, if I go in there, I'm going out with Louis Vuitton. I'm coming out with a Louis.
You're getting the coin purse. You get the coin purse.
The coin purse.
That was just and that's the receipt. Bags big as me.
Maybe they was just in there for the cheese.
I don't worry about that. I'm still feeling I'm feeling some way about that. Like, I don't know what everybody's saying on my post. Stimulus check, and I'm like,
yes.
That's only $1,200.
Right.
I was supposed to last 4 months of rent.
Right.
Anyway, that's mine. That was my.
That's a good one. I like that one.
That was a good one.
Stay out the Louis store, okay? Stay away from Louis.
Yeah, stay away from the Louis Vuitton store. Get made all that money. Till I marry somebody in the family, then you can go back to buying.
Yeah, I saw your live. People, the line was literally around the corner. It looked like they was waiting outside the mall to get into the mall just to get in the Louis Vuitton store during a major recession, borderline depression.
It's wild.
And Gucci too. They were
Gucci.
Gucci.
I wanted Gucci.
All of them were right there, and I didn't go up. Neiman Marcus had a line, and after I seen Louis Vuitton's line, I sat down. I was like this, sitting down. I said, "It's not just me. I'm the only one feel like."
Right.
Because I don't have no money. I can't. So I was envious. I want a break. I want a bag. I want a Louis Vuitton bag.
Right.
I went to the Gucci store one time. My friend had a birthday dinner at a nearby restaurant on that side of the mall, which I rarely go to. And
that side of the mall.
We had to wait like an hour or so. Okay, let's go to this Gucci store. I felt uncomfortable. I saw the ugliest shoes I've ever seen.
And why are they so heavy? Why are they so heavy?
It were.
And
I
I
thought they all heavy rubber fabric.
Yeah, why are they so? They like a dumbbell.
I mean, I'm talking about $80 socks.
Yeah. Gucci
I-
belts are like $400 to $800.
Listen,
Yeah.
if you got Gucci
I took a
socks, you
picture.
better not have athlete's feet. I'm telling you, if you got athlete's feet and you put your feet in $80 socks, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, that's ridiculous. That's a waste.
You got to take them socks to the dry cleaner.
Right.
Don't press my socks out.
Dry cleaner.
Dry cleaner.
Well,
I
yeah,
say they please.
I knew there was no way I was buying anything. So I took a picture, and the gentleman came with a black suit on. You can't be.
You can't take.
You can take a picture, but your face can't be in the picture. So he was more offended that it was a selfie than I took a picture of the product. Because it's like, okay, you can't be seen with Gucci, YouTube workload. So, I wasn't offended. I was just like, you know what, sir? I'm gonna pick it out of your way. I left.
Right.
That's how I was when my sister told me you can't afford no purse in Gucci. You can't afford nothing in here. And I said, you know what, you're right. I wasn't offended. You're right. You're right. I'm leaving. I'll see y'all. I'll be right outside these fence sitting down.
Maybe the next stimulus check, I come holler.
The next stimulus
So
check.
the next one's gonna come in August. So when that check come, I'm gonna go get me a Louis Vuitton.
You gonna be in that line?
Oh yeah. Just make sure you get to the line early.
I guess with both of them put together, she can get something with
Black Friday. I'm going to like August 1st. I'm just gonna sit at the Louis Vuitton. I'm gonna camp out there till that check is.
So the check is.
I'm gonna show y'all business first.
Just hold that receipt. Hold that $50 receipt.
That's the truth. That's the truth.
Yeah.
Hopefully they got their wine and cheese back when that happens.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you all for sharing, to get it off your chest. Anything anyone needs to promote before signing off?
Please promote whatever it is. Promote your business, Jeremy, please.
Yeah.
The world's greatest father over here. And Josh and Councilwoman, thank you so much. I really appreciate everything.
Thank you guys for having me. I had a good time. Let me know if you need me to come on again.
Yeah, for sure.
By that time I'll have my Louis Vuitton purse.
Louis Vuitton with your real estate license. I know that's right.
Right. But I do have businesses. Remember I told you my organizing and declutter business. I know y'all probably can't see
Okay.
that.
That's it.
But I can tag you guys in it.
Please.
And I also have this one too.
That's it.
Raise Property Management.
Okay.
Right here. So we are trying to get our hustle on, and we're gonna work that out. I'm gonna put these on, tag you guys on the Facebook page.
Please do.
Yeah, share this video.
Yes, and
tag all
doing
the stuff.
A word of advice somewhere you could promote your business too is if you look up real estate investor groups like Montgomery County real estate investor groups. People are always looking for good property management companies. So you can set yourself apart. You will get a lot of business, I'm sure, especially down there. So
Okay, good. That's good to know. I will certainly take a look at that.
yeah, definitely look into that.
Real estate investors groups. Okay, that sounds good.
You bet.
All
This
right,
was
ladies.
fun, guys.
Yeah, this was a lot of fun.
We had a blast.
I had a good time.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
Josh,
so me and Ty
anything?
are going to close the show, and I'll let you guys off.
Josh, anything, Josh?
All right, thank you so much, guys. Yeah, share, tell all your friends about the show. We're doing it every Thursday at 9 o'clock.
All right, you bet.
All right, guys.
All right, see you later.
Yeah.
See you, Tom.
All right, guys.
All right, man. That was awesome. Man. Tremendous.
Yeah, that was
Great
amazing,
mix.
bro.
Of different talents, different businesses, but this is just, we're all connected to people like these people, and we see there that at the end we can see some crossover where Jeremy was able to give some advice to Trinita, and we were able to share ideas, and that's what this is about. I believe we're creating a network
Yes.
of entrepreneurs and just American workers. Live off each other, eat off each other. Yeah.
It was an amazing show. We are definitely creating a network. And the really cool thing about it is that there's a wide range. There's no limit to the professions and to the talents and the skills that we can acquire here on Elbow Grease, and be able to have really in-depth conversation about what they do, about their morals, about their viewpoint on business, and that helps qualify them as eligible candidates for anybody that might need their services. So, I'm super excited. Hey, Leland, we had a councilwoman on Elbow Grease,
Yes.
bro. Third show.
Yes.
That is phenomenal. We've had business owners. We have multiple business owners. We
Right.
have servicemen on Elbow Grease. So, and this is only the third episode. The sky's the limit for us, bro. And I'm so excited. Again, I would rather not do this with anyone but you. I'm excited. I'm glad that we decided to come together and do this. Elbow Grease is, man, the sky's the limit, bro.
Yeah, man. It's a place to get it off your chest. It's dedicated to sharing the stories of the working woman, the working man, right here in America. We're going to take over America, then we're going to move to the rest of the world. Sure.
That's it.
But yeah, we're building a network of workers connected together, and then us as a brand. Elbow Grease is not just going to be a show. Folks. It's going to be quite a few other things. We're going to have apparel on the way, and anything directed toward the working person that we can all be proud of. Sure.
Yeah. So stay tuned, man. Stay tuned for some of the quick snippets and the previews of what the brand is going to look like. Some of the things that we got coming down the pipeline is really going to be exciting. Again, do me a favor. If you love the show, you watch the show. If you laughed a little bit, if you learned something new, if it touched your heart somewhere along the line, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and hey, listen, just be a part of the family. Elbow Grease is going to be a family. And it's going to be a whole big time. And look out for the website. It's coming soon. We're going to keep you guys posted on everything. We have big things popping, man. Big things coming down the line.
Right. And if you're watching on Facebook, go to our YouTube channel. Just type in Elbow Grease Live. We'll pop up there. Go to the YouTube channel. The video actually looks a lot different, and it's beautiful. So Ty has been working hard as a producer, and we've been we're all learning things. And of course, we have our own skill set, but and it's turning into a beautiful product already. Hearing the stories from the people is enough, but we Science helped take it to the next level. You can watch this video on YouTube and still yeah, I believe that. So we talked a little bit about what's coming up next, but we're gonna sign off. I gotta get up and meet the white man.
You gotta put the elbow in it, huh, bro?
Yeah.
Put the work in.
Yeah.
Yep. So we're signing off, man. And hey, get it off your chest. Get up and just do. Hey, man, turn it more than just a thought. Make it an action. Make it real.
All right, guys.